When the moon and the tide is just right in Los Angeles County, flocks of black-crowned night herons start to gather along the shores in San Pedro.
So this is Cabrillo Beach, outer Cabrillo Beach.
That's also when Jim DePompe heads to the beach.
So we have a permit this evening to collect about 10 grunion fish so that we can try and keep them in captivity.
Jim is with the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium, and tonight a small group of curious spectators have come to help him catch the protected grunion fish.
It's very exciting. I've always wanted to come to one of these, and now I've been able to show up, so it's like the best thing ever for me.
Jim doesn't use a net, a fishing pole, or a boat for that matter.
Now we're coming here. Okay, this is good. Now we're building.
And that's because the grunion fish come to him.
But if you look out in the water, you'll see there's even more grunion out there shining in the water out there, just waiting to come up onto the beach.
You are witnessing the annual Grunion Run. These little 6-inch swimmers are among the only fish in the world who beach themselves on purpose. And it's all in the name of love.
Well, it is sex on the beach.
The love session you are witnessing only takes place between the months of February and August. It only happens a few nights a year, and the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium invites the public to witness what quite possibly could be the oddest mating ritual in the marine world.
So here we have a couple females dug in the sand. Here we have a male wrapped around the female. That male is depositing milt.
You mentioned the word milt. What is milt?
It's just another name for sperm.
Sperm, okay,
Yeah.
all right. To better explain what is going on below the sand, Jim took me inside the Cabrillo Marine Aquarium.
And as you add the water, you should see the eggs pop out of the sand.
Jim says grunion need to lay eggs and fertilize them in dry sand, and the only way to do that is when the moon is just right and the tide is at its highest.
And it knows when it's the new moon and full moon. And it comes up a couple of days after the new moon and the full moon.
During the full moon and high tide, the grunion lay and fertilize eggs. When the tide starts to recede, those grunion eggs start to develop. It's literally just kind of happening in my hand here. Here's where the magic happens. 10 to 15 days later, a new moon brings back the high tide again, and the water triggers the eggs to hatch.
And then eventually the water will reach it again and remove the sand, and the little babies will hatch out.
Grunion is easy prey for birds, and that's one reason they're protected. Humans can fish for grunion, but the season has strict regulations and only lasts a few days a year.
And she can be out of water for 5-10 minutes or so and just be totally fine.
Lucky for these grunion, they're headed to the aquarium, where they'll be studied and displayed to the public for educational purposes.
It's very unique. They're the only known fish that digs in the sand out of the water to lay their eggs.
From the Grunion Run in San Pedro, I'm John Bartell. Hope to see you on the Backroads.